Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So in today's ASMR video, I'm going to be doing the accent tag, and I have written on these note cards the words that you're supposed to say in the accent tag, and I've also written down the questions that go along with the accent tag. Now I have my little pointer to point at what I'm saying so you can follow along, and if you want to do this yourself, or if you want to, I don't know, have a friend do this with you. So the first note card just says the accent tag. So I'm going to read these words one by one very slowly, and I'm going to say them as I would in my normal voice. And this is the list of words, and these are the words. And if you didn't know, I have a southern accent, and personally I do not like my southern accent. I feel like I sound horrible, and that's one reason I make ASMR videos instead of regular videos, because I feel like with ASMR you can whisper, and when I whisper, it takes away from like my horrible regular loud voice. Okay, so let's get started. So the first word is wash. Wash. And I'm going to repeat myself twice. So I'll say the word wash like wash. And I'm also going to give an example with each, like an example sentence. So I wash my clothes every Saturday. Wash. The second word is oil. Oil. I don't know a sentence for this one. We have to go get oil from the store, like olive oil. I know most people say oil from here. I used to say that, I think, but now I just changed it to oil. Okay, the next word is theater. Theater. And there's two theaters, and they're both spelled the same, but I know one of them has to be theater, and one's theater, but I'm just going to name this one theater. We're going to the movie theater. That's an example. This one is sure. Sure. We sure are a happy couple. Sure. The next word is data. Data. Now, this one is a word that I go on and off. I will say data and I will say data. Sometimes I have a hard time deciding which word I say, on a regular. So I usually say data, like we're running out of data on our phone, but once in a while I will say data. The next word is ruin. Ruin. We just ruined your nice clothes. Or, you just ruined your nice clothes. Your nice clothes. Ruin. Crayon. Cray-on. Let's go pick up a pack of crayons. So that's how I say that. The next word is toilet. Toilet. the toilet in your bathroom needs cleaning. Toilet. The next word or words is spitting image. And I guess I shouldn't have said it that way. Usually I will say spitting image. Spitting image. I do not put the G in it. But that's how I normally say it, spitting image. So like, you are a spitting image of your father. Spitting image. But if I'm reading it off, I will say spitting image. But if I'm just saying it, I'll just say spitting or spitting image. The next word is syrup. Syrup. We need a bottle of maple syrup to go on the pancakes for breakfast. Syrup. This one is ant. Ant. Let me see, an example for this one would be, I love my aunt a lot. Or aunt so-and-so. The next word is roof. 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 Santa will be landing on your roof tonight. Roof. The next one is route. Route. Now this is a word very similar to data and data. I sometimes will say route and sometimes I'll say route. I'll say route if I'm saying like Route 66. But, or honestly, I don't know. I usually say route. But if somebody was to say route, such and such, I wouldn't think twice about what they said, it would sound normal to me. So either, depending on what you say with it, can sound normal to me. So, but I usually say route. Okay, the next one is theater. So this one was theater, this one's theater. And this one would be like, we're going to see the play at the theater. Theater. And I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit louder. I'm trying to let you hear me. And if I whisper it, it's not going to sound the same. Okay, so the next word is iron. Iron. I iron my clothes every morning. Iron. The next word is salmon. Salmon. Y'all need to go get y'all need to pick up some salmon from the grocery store. Salmon. The next word is caramel. Caramel. Let me see what I could do for this one. I love caramel mixed with chocolate. Caramel. I don't say caramel or caramel or caramel or caramel. I say caramel. Caramel. The next word is fire. Fire. F-I-R-E. Fire. Our neighbors had a house fire last year. Fire. And just to let you guys know, all these example sentences are not accurate. I'm just making them up off the top of my head. Water. Water. I don't say water, or usually I'll say water like the T is actually a D. Water. I don't say water. But I know some people that says water or water or something like that. I don't know. But I say water like go get me a bottle of water. The next word is New Orleans. New Orleans. next week we are going to New Orleans. So, New Orleans. The next word is pecan. Pecan. I don't say pecan. I don't say pecan. I say pecan. Pecan. Let's go pick up the pecans off of the ground outside. Pecan. The next word is both. Both. B-O-T-H. Both. Both of you need to go take a bath right now. Both. And I'm not quite sure how you would say that word otherwise. The next word is again. Again. I'm going to run the race again. And I'm not sure how you would say that otherwise either. The next word is probably. Probably. We are probably going to the movies tonight. Probably. Okay, the next word is Alabama. Alabama. And I'm not quite sure how else you would say that either, but I just say Alabama. The next word is lawyer. Or let me make a sentence for this one. We're going to Alabama tomorrow. Alabama. The next word is lawyer. Lawyer. My dad is a lawyer. Lawyer. Yeah. The next word is coupon. Coupon. My mom collects coupons to save money. I don't say coupon or coupon. I say coupon. It sounds like I put a Q-U in front. Coupon. The next word is mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. And I say mayonnaise. Well, I guess like I just said, mayonnaise. We need to buy some more mayonnaise to put on our sandwiches for lunch. I don't say mayonnaise. I don't say mayo. I don't say, well, I don't know how else you would say it, but I just say mayonnaise. Next word is pajamas. Pajamas. Go put on your pajamas for bed. Pajamas. And also, just to be funny, every once in a while I will say PJs or pajamas. But most of the time, like 95% of the time, I say pajamas. And when I say pajamas, it just doesn't sound right to me. So I will just say usually pajamas. The next word is caught. Caught. The two criminals got caught last night by the police. Caught. The next word is naturally. Naturally. Your hair has, well, that would be natural. You were naturally born. Were you naturally born with curly hair? Naturally. The next word is aluminum. Aluminum. We need some aluminum foil to put on the pan. Aluminum. Envelope. Or envelope. Yeah, envelope. I don't say envelope. Envelope. We need a stamped envelope to put in the mailbox. Envelope. So that's how I say that. So the next part is the questions. I find these a little bit funnier or fun to do. Okay. The questions. Number 1. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? And where I live, literally everybody calls it rolling a house. But I'm 99% sure it's just, people from 30-mile range of me, because everybody else apparently calls it TPing, and I've never heard that term used before until I watched accent tags, but I just call it rolling a house. Number 2, what is the bug that when you touch it, it curls into a ball? And that would be a roly-poly. A roly-poly. And fun fact, I used to eat them when I was a baby. Yeah, pretty gross. Number 3, what is a bubbly? And what is a bubbly carbonated drink called? So this one is going to take a second to explain. So I call anything that is dark colored, like Pepsi, root beer, Dr. Pepper, or Coca-Cola, I usually will just call it Coke. Especially Pepsi, I'll just call it Coke. But if I'm talking about all the carbonated drinks, I won't call them all Coke, I'll call it soda. But I hardly ever have to, use a sentence where I would say, talk about all the carbonated drinks. And if I'm not, saying Coke to the dark colored sodas, or talking about all the carbonated drinks as in soda, I'll just call it by its name, like Sprite or root beer or whatever. But I usually just call it Coke if I'm talking about, like Pepsi, root beer, Dr. Pepper, or either by its name, or if I'm talking about all the carbonated drinks, I'll just say soda, because I don't know what else you would call a carbonated drink, Okay, number 4, what do you call a gym shoe? And that is a tinny shoe. Tinny shoe. Tinny shoe. Number 5, what do you call your grandparents? So, usually, I'm assuming this is talking about like grandma, grandpa, grandma, grandpa, and how I pronounce that, and I say grandma and grandpa, but I technically don't call them either, and I only have a grandma on my mom's side. I don't have a grandpa on my mom's side, but I call them by, other names than grandma and grandpa. But if I'm talking about them to other people, I'll say like my grandma and grandpa, or my grandparents. But yeah. Okay, number 6, what do you call the kind of spider or spider-like creature that has an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? And that would be I'm assuming it's a daddy long leg, but me and my family had this conversation yesterday, and my grandmother used to always call a centipede-looking thing a thousand-legger. And then I asked my mom what was a thousand-legger. Was it the same thing as a daddy long leg? And she said no. So I'm assuming this is talking about a daddy long leg, but there's some kind of bug that I call a thousand-legger, but I'm not sure which type of bug it is. Okay, number 7. What do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? And that would be a buggy. It would be really awkward for me if I was to be in Walmart and tell my mom, hey, let's go pick up a shopping cart. For us, anybody in the South, it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right. So we just call the wheeled contraption that you carry groceries in at a grocery store. That's another thing. We don't call them supermarkets. We call it a buggy. Bugggy. Number 8. What is the thing you change the TV channel with? And that would be a remote. or remote control, but usually I just say the remote. Number 9, what do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? And that would be the devil beating his wife. The devil beating his wife. And number 10, what do you say to address a group of people? And most of the time, like 98% of the time, I will say y'all. So if there's like 5 people, you know, in front of me, I'll say, or if I'm talking to a group of friends of like 5 people, I'll say, are y'all coming to my house tonight? Or are y'all going to the store? Or are y'all going to church? I know some people say you guys, but it would be really awkward for me to say you guys, when are you guys going to the store? It just doesn't sound right. So I say y'all most of the time, but if I'm writing out in text, like if I'm texting somebody, it depends what I'm feeling like that day, I guess, but sometimes I will say, you all, or sometimes I'll say you guys in a text, but I won't ever speak the word you guys to address people, so I will say y'all. So that was the end of the accent tag. I hope you enjoyed, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.